Well, it really did start with tarot cards. It was the 70s. I had moved from the Bronx. I was 18 to San Francisco, the Bay Area, and a friend gave me a tarot reading. I knew nothing about tarot. It was just crazy. And that first reading, I felt like the cards knew me. It was so accurate to my situation. So the next day, she gave me a deck of cards and I took to them. I wanted to learn more. And I did. And I studied and studied and studied. And word of mouth spread. I'm telling you how this happened because it was through starting to read for other people that I started to get feedback. Oh, this is accurate. This is happening, that kind of thing. And so my connection with tarot started to grow. And that connection with tarot became really increased my own intuition. That's where it started. And I think for a lot of people, opening up that creative side of the brain, that right side. I was also a musician.
Mm.
So that whole creative, intuitive side was being fed, I would say. Tarot is pictorial. I mean, they're pictures, right? And that kind of opens up all of that too, that intuitive knowing. My intuition just got stronger and stronger and stronger. I saw things in the cards that couldn't have been there. And that kind of led me to an understanding that that I could trust. I could trust my own self. I could trust my sense of things. There was a nod to yes. And when I moved to Oregon, I met other people. I met people who were also reading tarot. And I met people who were channelers, psychics. I had friends introduce me. And I started to see through them what was also possible. Something more than intuition, some kind of connection, but it was kind of a door that opened. So having those mentors, seeing it was possible, also helped me to not imagine it was possible for me, just offered, like that mentorship or that support. Wow, this is happening. It's really happening. And then without wanting or asking, it did happen to me. And it started with a vision. I write about this in the book and in the preface, like kind of a Tinkerbell little fairy that came to me telling me it was a gift from the universe, telling me that that I would be okay, that things would be okay. And I was going through a very difficult time. And I believed her. I took it. It felt so accurate and so right. It hit me right at my core that I would be okay, even though, minutes earlier I'd been crying in my car. I felt like my world was collapsing. And then I started to automatic write what they call automatic writing. And you're not the first person to ask when, how. I don't even remember. I just know I had a piece of paper and I started to get information for myself in that same vein, that things would be okay, that life was good, that just went on and on and on and on. And that's really how the book came about, because I ended up writing down messages and also hearing messages that I wrote down later on different topics, right? Grief and suffering and loss and letting go. And these messages that came to me were so wise. I am not someone who's well versed in religious studies or philosophy. It was greater than I could understand. And that's where the book started, actually, wanting to get those messages out. And a funny story about that. I mean,
Can I just ask one thing? Did they come like are just opened up to emotions? Did they all come for emotions together, or did you have like a lot of notes and then you put them into the categories?
Yeah, it was over time. They did come. That's a really good question. Each one came not like, oh, we're going to talk about emotions, but that's what it was. And then, of course, I titled them. I looked to see, wow, this is about emotions. This is about loss. So it really came like that. But, the funny thing in terms of the book is that I really never did any of that downloading of information for the world. It was something I was using for myself. And then, of course, when clients came, I would also, tell them what I had learned. But at some point, the universe said to me, "Do you think these messages were only for you?" And it was a very clear message.
Mm.
I was a writer. I was already writing, and I was like, "Yeah, thanks. It's been really helpful for me and clients." And no. So really,
No.
the push was really, right. Get these messages out there. And at that moment too, it felt very real. Like I was hoarding them for myself, and they had given me so much. Whatever this energy is,
Yeah.
explain, had given me so much. I thought, yeah, I'll do that.